It's the stuff kids dream about from the first day they
Less than 2 seconds to go. Emery to inbound for Bella Vista. Here it comes to Iwamasa with a shot at the buzzer. Good! He made it! Trevor Iwamasa with the buzzer beater. BV beats Rio 48-45. Let the celebration begin as the Rio players look on in stunned silence. Oh, mercy! What a shot by Trevor Iwamasa! Here's another look from floor level, courtesy of the Wooden family. Emery the pass, Iwamasa falling away out of bounds with the game-winning three-point shot, something he's going to remember for the rest of his life. One more look from across the way. There it is. Nice pass. Iwamasa, the three-point shot, and let the celebration begin. That was a great pass by Mitchell Emery, by the way. Broncos have now won 4.
That was last Friday night at Rio. Trevor Iwamasa, he was the hero. He headed into the weekend celebrating big time. It secured Bella Vista's 4th win in a row, a streak that started the previous week. Iwamasa finished that game with 15 points overall and added 5 rebounds. Following a loss 2 nights ago at Intercom, the Broncos hope to return to their winning ways tonight against a very tough and talented Christian Brothers team. However, for the Falcons, they started out 4-1 in league play, but have experienced a bit of a bump in the road. Their win over Ponderosa 2 nights ago was just the 2nd league win in the last 5 games. It should be pointed out, though, that CB has been quite busy since the calendar turned to 2026. They've also played 4 non-league games in the month of January. We think it should be a good one tonight. Friday night hoops, Christian Brothers and Bella Vista in a Capital Valley Conference matchup right here on BV Live Sports. Hello, everybody. George Thorolson, Quincy Douglas, heading our way into the weekend. And what better way to do that than a high school basketball matchup between the Bella Vista Broncos and Christian Brothers. They played earlier. Christian won that one, and they won it pretty easily. Dominated Bella Vista on the boards, and that was one of the big things.
They dominated Bella Vista on the boards, but, Bella Vista, despite that loss to Intercom a couple nights ago, they've been playing very, very well. And like you mentioned before, Christian Brothers has been in a little bit of a slump, a little bit up and down, so maybe Bella Vista can take advantage of that.
One of the things that Bella Vista is going to have to do tonight is have an answer for the 6'8 freshman, Jaden DeJesus Eves. He's the only freshman on the roster, but there is a freshman. There's a reason why he's on the varsity roster.
Yeah, young guy. I mean, you want to talk about, you mentioned that Bella Vista got out-rebounded quite a bit. He's a big reason why. 6'8", freshman. He's only going to get taller. He's going to be a problem for the next 3 years.
Was joking with head coach Jermaine Brown about that we think maybe he might be at 7 feet tall when he reaches that senior year.
He might be.
Who knows what may happen, what happened there. For Bella Vista, it's been a team effort over the last couple of weeks. Different players have come up big. We mentioned the 15 points that Iwamasa had a week ago. 12 points plus the game-winning shot falling out of bounds at the buzzer. Cale Bird has had some big nights for the Broncos. Cade Rucker, Mitchell Emery, the usual suspects in that respect. But they've been kind of working together and doing this as a team, and that's what you need. You can't just have one person be the star each night.
And that's what you want. If you're Coach Kussler, that's what you want from your seniors, right? All those guys are seniors, and they're playing together like a cohesive team. And, their record is very good. They're positioning for a playoff spot, which is, and a win tonight would only add to that.
Both teams will be missing a player tonight due to illness. Jesse Tomei will not play for the Broncos due to the flu. And Jackson Jimenez for Christian Brothers, not really an illness, it's actually a knee injury suffered against Ponderosa on Wednesday night. Christian Brothers, they defeated Ponderosa on Wednesday night, as we mentioned in the opening remarks, 65-49. And we also talked about the win over Bella Vista earlier this season on January 15th. That was a 58-40 count Christian Brothers was 27-8 last year, 7-5 in the Capital Valley Conference, which got them 4th place, but it also got them into the Division III section playoffs, which they ran the table, they won the title,
Yep.
and they qualified for the state playoffs.
state,
and
yep.
so and they did so without head coach Jermaine Brown. He suffered a stroke last year,
Yeah.
right before the playoffs, but he's back. He's raring to go.
He seems like he's
tonight.
doing very well.
Yeah, he seems good. I had a chance to talk to him. He was actually opened up a little bit about what happened, but he was at the hospital. He even joked about having to call in an adjustment at one point while he was watching on NFHS. So I mean, but the players actually, and I believe it was after the section title. The players actually, they all came to visit him in the hospital afterwards.
Yeah, it's special.
So,
That's special.
It's great to see that he's back. It's great to see that he's doing well. And Christian Brothers themselves, 14-12, they play a really tough schedule because he knows that they're going to have a chance. And that's probably last year doing that is probably what got them through the section playoffs, got them that title, got them into the state playoffs, and he's hoping for more of the same this year.
Well, I mean, they're a well-battled team. Like you said, their schedule is tough, and they're good. They're well coached. They move the ball well. They rebound well. They can shoot well. So yeah, they're a complete team. Bella Vista is definitely going to have their hands full, and looking forward to see how they handle it.
All right, well, Quincy's going to head downstairs and take care of the opening ceremonies for us this evening, and then he'll be back up here for the game call. And just taking a look at some of the other notes, we talked about the freshman, Jaden DeJesus Eves, as the 6'8 freshman. He's improving every day, according to Coach Brown. He's learning a lot, adjusting to the longer schedule. And they're really excited to see how he is going to develop over the course of the 4 years that he is here at Christian Brothers playing high school basketball. Leading scorer on the team for the Falcons is Braden Henley. 13 points per game, nearly 5 rebounds. Joaquin Lucero Mattis is at 12 points per game and 4.5 rebounds. He is their point guard. He did not play in the game against Bella Vista earlier this season. A couple of other names to watch out for Christian Brothers. Sophomore Omar Johnson, 9.5 points per game. And we mentioned DeJesus Eves. He averages about 9 points per game, and he's also the leading rebounder for Christian Brothers with 6.6 per contest. For Bella Vista, Cale Bird and Mitchell Emery lead the Broncos in scoring, 12.6 and 10.1 points per game respectively. And Bird is the leading rebounder with 8 per game. And an interesting note about tonight's game, we talked about the leading scorer for Christian Brothers, Braden Henley. He's one of 2 Bradens playing in this game. Braden Haggerty, of course, for Bella Vista is the other one. And they both spelled their name the same way, Braeden. So that's only information a broadcaster could come up with and tell you about here on our broadcast here on BV Live Sports. Just a quick look to the future next week. We've got 2 games for you, and it's going to be the senior nights for both the boys and the girls team. The boys will be taking on Wood Creek on Wednesday. That is their senior night. And then 24 hours later, the girls will be taking on Vista Del Lago, and they will be that will be on February 12th. Both games, our broadcasts are expected to start around 7:20. Possibly will be a little bit earlier than that. Depends on how long it takes for the JV game to finish, and then of course it also we will be bringing you the senior night festivities as well. So we'll probably get started a little bit earlier than 7:20 on Wednesday and Thursday night, and that will close out the regular season. If the Broncos win all 3 games, they should make the section playoffs. And if they have any games at home, we will stream those for you. BV Live Sports will produce the broadcast. It will be on NFHS. And if they're on the road, it will be up to the opposing school with their streams. And if they don't have it, then we'll see what we might be able to do for that. So the players are now moving to the benches. We're about ready to get started. Let's head downstairs to Quincy Douglas.
Here at Bella Vista High School.
This game represents the Christian Brother Falcons and your home team, the Bella Vista Broncos. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please rise and remove your hats as we announce the national anthem. All right, let's get ready to announce the visiting team, the Christian Brother Falcons. At number 2, Najee Banks. At number 5, Joaquin Lucero Mattis. Number 11, Jaden De Jesus Eves. Number 13, Braden Henley. And number 22, Miles Archie. Coach Brown for the Falcons. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we announce the starting 5 for the Bella Vista Broncos. Starting number 0, Braden Haggerty. At number 3, Trevor Iwamasa. Number 5, Mitchell Emery. Number 10, Cale Bird. And number 22, Jonah Wooden. Coach Cussler for the Broncos, please be respectful of this game, including your coaches. The student section, let me hear a stampede. Broncos on me, Broncos on 3. 1, 2, 3, Broncos.
All right, let's play some basketball here on a Friday night of Super Bowl weekend as the Christian Brothers Falcons visiting Bella Vista. And there's a look at the student section. We know that they are going to be loud and vociferous tonight. We also have Carson Allen with us. We'll be checking in with Carson throughout the course of the game tonight. Right now, Jaden De Jesus Eves is stepping into the center court circle against Cale Bird, and we're ready to play basketball here tonight. (6'8" against 6'4". And as you might expect, 6'8" wins that one.
Every time.
This is Lucero Mattis, as we talked about. He's the point guard. Najee Banks, Braden Henley.
Banks at the top of the key looking to get it inside to Henley. And the Christian Brothers Falcons turn that one over. Broncos their first possession. CB putting up the full court press. It looks like they're going to retreat. Here's Wood. Didn't quite cross. Both Bradens that we talked about there getting the starts. Najee Banks picks the pocket of Haggerty.
And stolen by Wooden.
Throws it right to Jonah Wooden. Here's Bird. Bird, 360. Off the glass and in.
That was pretty.
Mercy. Broncos draw first blood. Here's DeJesus Eves. A block from Bird. DeJesus Eves, 3 rebounds. And he finally draws the foul.
Well, Bird's going to have his handful. Or any of our centers are going to have their handful guarding him, but that's a good way to start.
Jaden DeJesus Eves with the pink shoes. Black and red accents, a little bit of blue. 41% free throw shooter. Good form, though.
Yeah.
Haggerty controls the rebound for Bella Vista. Here's the hero from last Friday night. That video at the beginning of the game, that was really cool.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
Here's Emery. Emery to the free throw line with the right hand. Tries to use the glass, doesn't work. DeJesus another rebound. DeJesus Eves, I should say. There's a collision.
Haggerty,
no harm, no foul. Haggerty comes up with it. There's Emery to the basket. The hoop, the harm, and the free throw.
And I think that's going to be crucial. Breakaway points for Bella Vista. You know, the Falcons, they're a good rebounding team because of DeJesus Eves. But if they can get breakaways like that and draw the foul, that's going to go a long way throughout this game.
Emery to the line. Basket and one for Mitchell Emery. He's got 3 to take the early points lead. Broncos by 4 to get it started. Omar Johnson in number 10 going up against Jonah Wooden. Pass inside to Henley. Henley on Emery. Very physical play, and Henley gets the friendly roll, and he gets his first 2 points of the game. You can see Christian Brothers is not afraid to kind of lean into the defenders.
No, not at all.
Try to draw the foul, try to create contact, try to knock him off balance. Here's Bird, closed off. He'll fade away, winds up on the ground, no foul called. Omar Johnson the rebound. Here's Henley. Henley's touch pass was intending it for DeJesus Eves. Broncos take it away.
That was Spider-Man in action right there.
Here's Iwamasa going with the white shoes tonight. Here's Emery. Emery on DeJesus Eves. Puts it off the glass and in over the big man. 5 quick points. All the way down to the other end. Trying to get it to the tallest player on the court, but a little too tall even for the 6'8 freshman.
Well, Christian Brothers already, they got to be careful. They've already turned the ball over 4 times, so they got to just slow it down a little bit. And, I mean, that was a smart play. I bet you 8, 9 times out of 10 he's going to catch that.
Christian Brothers, by the way, a large roster of 14, and they've been subbing players in already. Here's Bird. Bird just inside the arc. He seems to have the hot hand tonight as well. Both he and Emery have combined for 9 points, all 9 points for the Broncos. As we approach 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter, here's Johnson. He'll pull up. Jonah Wooden tried to defend at the last minute. That's a sweet shot by Omar Johnson.
Yes, it is.
Pressure from the Falcons. Iwamasa will bring it across midcourt. Here's Wooden. Wooden on Johnson. Out to Emery. Emery closed off. Miles Archie. Here's the jumper that comes up and off, no good. Fight for the ball on the rebound. It goes off of Henley and out of bounds. The 2 Bradens were battling it out there.
It's nice to see Braden Haggerty get a start. He's been playing so well for BV over these past few, really all season long. And it gives him some experience playing the point along with Iwamasa.
What a play by Iwamasa right there. Inside to Cale Bird. Iwamasa had trouble finding the handle. Just goes under between the legs of the defender and found his teammate, and that's what made that happen.
Yeah.
Bird with 6.
In soccer, they call that a meg, and that was definitely what it was.
Inside, the alley-oop does not go. De Jesus Eves comes back, and he'll lay this one in and draw the foul. Don't see too many alley-oops.
No, that would be the first one all season.
I kind of get the sense it's not going to be the last one tonight.
No, especially if they start getting hot.
De Jesus Eves with the basket and 1. He's up to 4 points tonight. Pressure defense from the Falcons. Here's Bird. He's going to spot from 3-point range. Does not go. Archie the rebound. He'll push forward. Closed off, picked up by Iwamasa. Entry pass taken away by Emery. And the Broncos are going to take a 30-second timeout. Let's head downstairs and see what's happening in Carson's world.
What's going on in Carson's world is I just saw an alley-oop that almost ended up in a poster on ESPN Live.
Yeah,
that was
exactly
something.
it.
You're across. You're at the other end of the court,
Yeah,
but you
I'm
had
on
a
the
pretty
other
good.
end of the court.
But you had a good look at it, though.
Oh, absolutely. I'm halfway across the court and I see a gentleman who's 6'8". Keep in mind, I'm 6'5". The gentleman is 2 inches taller than me, and he clearly jumped over Bird and multiple other defenders to almost end up in a poster. Other than that, this Broncos defense is doing great on the defensive end. We just need to keep it up and guard the tall guy.
All right, Carson, thank you very much.
I find it interesting that Cale Bird in that last possession, he brought him out on the 3-point line. Tried to shoot the 3, didn't make it, but I can imagine Coach Kessler is going to draw up some plays where he does that throughout the game and sends guys on the inside to pass it to.
Cale Bird is a 36% three-point shooter this year. And here he is on the big guy. To the baseline.
Here comes the double.
Closed off. Here's Iwamasa for 3. That dances off no good. Johnson the rebound. Here come the Falcons. Entry pass to De Jesus Eves. Can't handle it. Braden Haggerty gets it. Has it poked away from behind. It will stay with Bella Vista. Oh, we're going to get a foul called.
Yeah, Haggerty has so much speed. I mean, when he takes off, it's something to behold.
Looks like Maximus Maldonado, who's into the game, a 6'2 senior. He's one of the 2 seniors on the team. He gets called for the personal. Second team foul on Christian Brothers, both teams at 2. Iwamasa, he's picked up on the outside by Lucero Mattis in the corner, an offensive foul.
Looks like we got Cade Rucker in the game.
This one's going to be on Cale Bird. Now Cade Rucker seeing his first action tonight. You mentioned Braden Haggerty getting the start tonight. Cade Rucker coming off the bench. Coach Kessler has kind of rotated the starting lineup a little bit throughout the course of the season.
A little bit, and I think he's looking at who else can run the guard.
Collision underneath, offensive foul was called.
Iwamasa taking it.
Isaac Fontaine, the 6'2 sophomore, is the one called there as he drove down and ran right into his opponent. Here's Jonah Wooden at the other end. Jonah to the baseline as his shot altered. Johnson gets another rebound for Christian Brothers. Here's Maldonado. Off the hands, but Lucero Mattis comes up with it. He was very quick to the ball. It looked like that one was going out of bounds.
Yeah, he's fast.
Johnson splits through a double team, fade away from 17.
Boy, he's got a clean shot.
He sure does. He's a 6'4 sophomore. In fact, he had 24 points against Bella Vista in the previous matchup. 24 points and 10 rebounds. Here's Wooden. Inside to Rucker. Rucker, he leans in and then puts that one up and in. We were talking about how Christian Brothers like to generate a little contact. Well, that's exactly what Rucker did there.
Yeah.
Travel call on Lucero Mattis, and it's going back to Bella Vista. Broncos with a 3-point lead and have a chance to add to it.
Well, on that play, obviously they saw a mismatch. Cade Rucker, the bigger guy on the court, and was able to muscle it in.
Iwamasa on Lucero Mattis. Oh, Iwamasa getting a little physical there too. I love this, and they're not calling it, which means we're in for a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah.
Collision on the baseline. Looks like Johnson's going to get called for that foul. That's the 4th team foul on Christian Brothers. So free throws the rest of the way for Bella Vista on common fouls in this first quarter.
Able to keep that one in bounds. Oh,
look
wow.
at Trevor Iwamasa. Then he falls to the ground, finds Emery. My goodness! Rucker, the rebound doesn't go. Rucker, another rebound. Rucker tries to step back in and finally gets it to go.
Power basketball. That's what that is.
Mercy. Broncos are on a mission tonight.
Yeah.
Lucero Mattis. He's looking to drive right by Rucker. The shot does not go. Wooden the rebound. Iwamasa controls now. Here's Braden Haggerty. Haggerty over to Emery. Three-pointer! Mitchell Emery with his first trifecta of the game.
The score should be 18-10.
And Coach Kessler's over at the bench to discuss. Now we've got an offensive foul called. That's on Maldonado. Yeah, I've got Christian Brothers for 10 also. The scoreboard shows 12.
There we go. They just fixed it.
And our intrepid production staff had it right from the get-go. Our outstanding production staff. Iwamasa into Rucker. Rucker on Lucero Mattis in a mismatch. Loose ball. Rolling, and out of bounds. We'll go to Bella Vista.
Well, the Christian Brothers is right around, if my numbers are right, they're right around 8 or 9 turnovers so far here in this first quarter. Bella Vista is going to want to continue. They're already doing a good job capitalizing on that. They're going to want to keep that going.
Here's Iwamasa pushing the ball forward. Iwamasa drives in, can't get it to go. Good defense at the very end by Christian Brothers. Lucero Mattis, the collision with Wooden, no call. Lucero Mattis gets the deuce.
No, they are just letting them play.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. So settle in and enjoy this one. This is going to be a lot of action tonight on a Friday night. The penultimate week of the regular season. Emery with a little trouble. Now 2 seconds to go at the buzzer. The shot does not go. And we have come to the end of the first half.
Wow.
The first quarter here at Bella Vista High School. It's an 18-12 Bronco lead here at the end of the first quarter. And catch our breath.
Yeah. Action-packed, tons of rebounds, turnovers. I mean, you got guys flying everywhere. That, like you said, this kind of reminds me of a football game.
Well, there you go. Mitchell Emery leading the way with 10 points for Bella Vista tonight. Cale Bird has 6 and Cade Rucker with 4. Leading the way, a couple of players with 4 points to lead the way for Christian Brothers. Omar Johnson, Jaden DeJesus Eves, then 2 each for Braden Henley and Joaquin Lucero Mattis. Take a look at some of the other numbers from our statistician, Aaron Bird. Bella Vista 44% from the floor with a couple of turnovers. Christian Brothers 56% from the floor, 8 turnovers. Broncos with that 6-point lead. I think that 8 turnovers probably is the difference.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
The difference in the previous matchup on January 15th was rebounding, according to Coach Kessler. As Bella Vista, the way he put it, they just got killed on the rebounds.
Yeah.
And so far, they're doing pretty well tonight.
They're doing good. They're holding their own. Both teams are kind of, going back and forth with the rebounds. Obviously, when you have DeJesus Eves in there, he's going to get a lot of the rebounds. But you look at Cade Rucker. He had back-to-back offensive rebounds and was able to put it in. And Cale Bird did the same thing. The
second quarter set to get underway here at Bella Vista High School.
Just a quick reminder, we got a couple for you next week. It's senior night. It's senior week, I guess.
It's senior week, yes.
So Quincy and I will be back on Wednesday as Wood Creek comes calling. The Bronco boys will have their senior night against the Timberwolves of Wood Creek. And then one night later on February 12th, the girls will be going up against Vista del Lago for their senior night. We'll probably start earlier than 7:20 so that we can get all the festivities for you for senior night.
It's going to be fun.
Here's Rucker in the corner. Haggerty back to Rucker. He's open for three. That one comes off. DeJesus Eves came at the last minute. Get that big arm. He's got quite a wingspan too. Inside, there he is, the freshman. Cade Rucker sliding in. Slams that one away, but he also made contact with DeJesus Eves.
Well, you said he's a 41% free throw shooter, so this is the third time he's been to the line now. And I think Bella Vista's just trying to make sure, hey, if you're going to go inside, we're going to make you pay.
Well, and you know, if you send somebody to the line and they miss one, you've already won.
Exactly. Especially if you can get some points on the other end.
Two misses. Nice rebound by Archie. Here's Lucero Mattis. Long three-point shot from the outside from Archie. Rebound tapped out to midcourt. Lucero Mattis comes up with it for Christian Brothers. Into DeJesus Eves. A block from Hoey.
Wow, nothing's coming easy for the big guy.
Austin Hoey with his first action tonight, making his presence felt early. Coach Kussler says Hoey's going to have a big role on the team next year. Hoey to the basket. DeJesus Eves with the block. Lucero Mattis can't control the ball.
And the turnover.
He's pleading his case, but the official says that he touched it after the interference from the Bella Vista defense. So we're still sitting here 1 minute into the quarter at 18-12. Scoreless so far. Here's Haggerty. Off the screen from Rucker. Haggerty's open. He's had some big nights recently. Here's Hoey. Hoey closed off. Rucker. Now Haggerty's going to take the three. Up, bouncing. It's going to come off. And Rucker tries the putback, gets another rebound. Back out to Haggerty. Haggerty from the free throw line.
Yes.
Got it.
There it is. Yeah, you know, so smart. Three, you know, he thought about the three and said, nope, I'm going to take this in.
Quickly back the other way. Lucero Mattis gets the rebound for Christian Brothers.
Is it me, or does it seem like Bella Vista has gotten more and more physical the second half of the year?
Well, they're certainly very physical tonight. This is Silas Yarber from the outside. Loose ball on the ground. Coach Kussler wanted a timeout, but they didn't control the possession. Now down the alley, that's Banks. Winds up on the ground, and I think he's going to wind up at the free throw line. It's like Hoey gets called for the foul. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is a very intense game.
Lucero Mattis thought about the three. Now he finds the opening down the alley.
That's Hoey again.
Hoey gets a hand on it once again. I think that's a couple of blocks for him tonight. Here's Hoey, finds the opening. Hoey up with the right hand, follows the shot, and puts it up and in.
That one just dropped right. He didn't even have to jump for that rebound. It just landed right in his hands.
Hoey did everything there. Forced the miss and scored the points. Archie, long three-point shot. That's off. Wooden the rebound. Broncos by 10. Here's Rucker. Now he's open. Three-pointer for Rucker. Rims out. Banks the rebound.
That's the second three that he's shot.
Lucero Mattis in on Wooden. Wooden forces him to alter the shot. They're going to give it to Christian Brothers. They changed the call.
You're going to take a timeout.
So we talked about the previous matchup. I just wanted to look this up as far as the rebounds were concerned. 39 to 23 was the rebounding differential.
Yeah, that's a
in the previous
significant.
matchup.
That's a significant difference.
And just looking at the, well, they don't have the full line score. So Bella Vista with 10 rebounds, 5 on the offensive side, 15 for Christian Brothers, 6 on the offensive side. So Christian Brothers winning the rebounding battle right now, but Bella Vista holding their own.
Well, I think the difference is they're getting second chance points. Their baskets just aren't dropping right now. Bella Vista on the other end, they're getting rebounds. Half of them are offensive rebounds, and they're getting points in.
Christian Brothers a little late getting to the ball. They started the count before the player got there, but they were able to get the ball inside. Henley is back in. Here's Omar Johnson for 3, falling to the ground.
I'm going to call that.
And that's going to be 3 free throws.
Well, that's one way to do it. Not only do you stop the clock, but you put 3 points on there, if you make them all. And he's a pretty good shooter.
65% free throw shooter on the year for Omar Johnson. And we've seen him already, and you're right, just by looking at him, he's got a very smooth shot.
Yeah, I don't think he's missed a field goal, and I don't think he's missed a free throw yet.
Gets one more here, which would cut the lead down to 7. Well, it stays perfect. And he's got 7 points on the night. Wooden's going to come out of the game. Pressure defense, full court press from Christian Brothers. Iwamasa falls to the ground. Foul is going to be called on Lucero Mattis. Hoey to inbound. And there's the hero from Friday night at Rio. Here's Rucker, nice touch pass to a cutting Braden Haggerty.
Smart basketball. He could have taken on the defender all by himself, but he saw Haggerty cutting inside and he gave it to him.
Beautiful look and a beautiful cut by Haggerty, who then comes up with the steal. Here's Emery back the other way. 2 players there, but Haggerty puts that one up and in. Emery, sorry, Emery. He's got 12, and I thought maybe Christian Brother player got a finger on that.
He did.
So that would have counted no matter what.
Right, that would have been a...
Oh, and Cade Rucker forces a turnover. Here's Iwamasa on Johnson. Iwamasa picks up the dribble. Entry pass down low goes to Hoey. Can't get it to go. And the other way, here's a collision. What are they going to call? Is it the block?
Turning it over.
They're calling the offensive foul.
Like, how many of those has Trevor Iwamasa taken this year? I mean, he just gets in position, holds his ground, and gets the turnover.
Isaac Fontaine, number 21, is the one called. That's, I think, that's the second offensive foul by Bella Vista. It may have been maybe his second.
And it was taken by Trevor Iwamasa too.
Here's Rucker. Hoey. Braden Haggerty to the left side. Iwamasa will set the offense.
He's got the big
Whatever
guy,
play
he's got
number
the big
4
guy
is,
on him.
He's
He
clearing
knows
out.
it.
He wants to go up against De Jesus.
Oh.
Finds Hoey
Oh.
underneath.
Wow.
Can't get it to go.
Wow.
Heartbreak Hotel for Austin Hoey. Euro step from Lucero Mattis. He puts that one up and in.
Something happened there. I'm not exactly sure what.
Are they not counting it? Offensive basket interference on Jaden DeJesus Eves.
He looked like he came in for the flush.
The drawback to having the 6'8" guy flying in at the end. We don't see that very often either. So no basket. The 3 free throws from Omar Johnson, the only points in the quarter so far for Christian Brothers. Here's Rucker. He'll launch one from trifecta land.
He got it. And don't let him get started, especially on 3 from beyond the arc.
And the Rowdy Rooters roared their approval as the Broncos are up 14. Archie the back the other way. That does not go. Rucker another rebound. Rucker looking for some help. Austin Hoey falling out of bounds trying to get that one. Can't control it, so it will go back over to Christian Brothers. 2:45 to go in the second. Lots of energy here tonight. The Rowdy Rooters are in full throat. Here's Archie. Archie has it poked away from behind. DeJesus Eves now inside, and they're going to call the foul on Cade Rucker. Rowdy Rooters are respectfully disagreeing.
And then you got the athletic director Becky over there just watching, saying, "You can be loud, just don't be inappropriate."
I don't think they're inappropriate.
No.
DeJesus Eves with another free throw here. Gets one of two.
And I think the Broncos will take that all night long.
The lead is 13. Iwamasa at the free throw line. DeJesus Eves another rebound for Christian Brothers. Lucero Mattis on Iwamasa. Johnson on Wooden. Johnson, we'll be seeing him again next year.
Yeah, and Johnson, he's going to be
Austin Hoey falling out of bounds. Keep going.
He's going to be a force to reckon with. He is such a good player. He's only a junior, like you said. We're going to see him one more year.
Here's Hoey into the corner. Haggerty for three. Got it! In fact, of the two Bradens, Braden Haggerty is having the better game.
Yeah.
7 points for Haggerty, 2 for Henley.
I mean, he's doing it all tonight. He's got offensive. He's doing well offensively. Another turnover.
Wooden controls that one, and here comes Emery. Emery goes past Lucero Mattis, and he lays it in. 14 tonight for Emery. Glad to tell you what, DeJesus Eves, he gets up there.
He does. He's going to be a problem for years to come.
He is so fun to watch. Fadeaway jumper on the outside from Johnson. Rebound to Jonah Wooden.
And I want to talk about, well, let's wait for this play here.
Emery on Henley. Henley with the defense. And now Henley will push the ball forward for Christian Brothers. Emery reaches in. Henley gets it back. Falcons to set the offense.
Oh, he's doing a good job defending the big man.
Lucero Mattis to the free throw line. That's a good look. DeJesus Eves the putback off the glass. He's up to 7.
If you're Bella Vista, you can, he might get his points. You don't want Johnson to get hot.
You don't want Lucero Mattis picking your pocket either.
Yeah.
So that brings it down to 14. Three-pointer from Emery at the buzzer. Does not go. We have come to the end of an action-packed.
What a half.
First half. My goodness. A lot of fun. The Broncos with 18 points in that first quarter, 16 in the second quarter. They outscored Christian Brothers 16-8, doubled the score on them.
Yeah.
And 4 of the 8 points for Christian Brothers come at the free throw line.
Yep. It's been the defense really, that is, and we've talked about this game after game after game for the Broncos, especially here in league play. Their defense, they have just taken it up a notch, super aggressive. They've come out in the second half on fire. They're keeping it going, and I love what this team that we are seeing tonight.
For the Broncos, Mitchell Emery leads the way with 14 points, 7 each for Cade Rucker and Braden Haggerty. Each of them hitting a 3 there in the second quarter, as a matter of fact. 6 for Cale Bird, and 2 for Austin Hoey. 7 points each for Omar Johnson and Jaden DeJesus Eves to lead the way for Christian Brothers. Only 2 other players have scored, Henley and Lucero Mattis, each with, Lucero Mattis has 4, and Henley has 2. And so there's your individual scoring for the first half. In this one, the Broncos up by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 34-20. I hope that's not what the score is this Sunday, though.
I'll take a 34-20 by the team in blue. Your team's wearing white.
We are wearing white, yes.
It's all blue against all white, actually. That's going to be an interesting look there. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. 13 rebounds for Bella Vista, 21 for Christian Brothers. That's the total. 5 offensive rebounds for the Broncos, 7 offensive rebounds for the Falcons. Turnovers, the big story right here. 14 for Christian Brothers and 4 for Bella Vista. 9 steals by the Broncos.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Coach Cussler, you take that every night. To give up, to take away the ball 14 times, that's the reason why the score is 34-20, right? Especially when you're being out-rebounded, it's going to be really hard against, the big guy, DeJesus Eves. He's going to get a lot of those boards. But if you can get them to turn the ball over and you can turn those into points, that's why Bella Vista's up big.
3 games left, including this one, so I guess 2.5 games left.
2.5 games, yep.
2.5 games left for the Broncos. 3 outcomes left.
Yes.
And talking with Coach Cussler before the game, he feels obviously if they go 3-3 in that stretch, then that should get them into the section playoffs.
Yes,
2-3, there's a good possibility. 1-3. Maybe they're on the bubble.
Yeah.
And 0-3.
No, there's probably no
you're
shot.
not going to do that. But the easiest thing to do for Bella Vista, you control your own destiny. You win.
Yes.
And they've been playing really well at home.
Yes.
And really, they had the rough one against Intercom on Wednesday. Who doesn't have rough ones at Intercom? But the game against Christian Brothers, Rio. We saw them play Rio here, and Rio just took control in the second half.
Yeah.
The Broncos couldn't buy a basket, really.
No, nothing was falling.
And turned the ball over quite a bit, too. They stayed with Rio every step of the way. I think from what Coach Cussler was telling us, that Bella Vista's biggest lead was like 5 or 6, and Rio's biggest lead was like 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. So they stayed tight pretty much throughout the course of that game. And then with 4 seconds to go, it was 45-45. Bella Vista got the possession. They inbound, they get fouled. Then with less than 2 seconds to go, the infamous pass.
Yeah.
And the secret is that I was tipped off on, that play was actually designed to go to Bird. But Iwamasa cut at the right time, and he made a really good cut. The ball's right there in his lap.
Yeah.
So what do you do in that circumstance?
You take the shot.
You take it, and falling away out of bounds, you take the shot, and nobody can argue with it when it goes in.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. I mean, when I saw that at home, I was sitting in my chair when my son Sean showed me, and I got up out of my chair and yelled because, I mean, you just don't see that every day, and especially in high school basketball, especially here in Bella Vista. But man, what a night.
I've broadcast numerous high school basketball games either through BV Live Sports or on the radio up in Reading, but I haven't called too many buzzer beaters.
Yeah, they're
maybe
so
about
special.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
But you're right, they are. I did a state championship game at Arco Arena where a buzzer beater would have sent it to overtime for the team that we were broadcasting for, and it clanged off.
Oh.
And a Luke Walton-led University of San Diego high school team wound up winning the state championship that year over Enterprise High School of Reading.
We may have heard of him. We may have heard of him.
We may have heard of him. His brother, Chris, and his cousin, I think it was cousin Cam.
Yeah.
And they were all 3 in the game at the same time at one point and passed the ball around the perimeter.
Wow.
Luke Walton, the Cam Walton, the Chris Walton.
Wow.
That's exactly what I call it.
If we can point the camera, this young lady here in the dark blue sweatshirt. She just shot just about from every position on the 3-point, and she made every single one except for the last one.
Wow.
Probably either played high school or
That's her right there at the free throw
or-
line. Let's take a
or
look
no,
at
this
that.
young lady here that's walking up the stands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if she is on the. I don't think she's on the.
I
Bella
think
Vista
I
team.
know who the young lady in the tank top is.
Okay.
That, if I don't miss my guess, could be a star freshman player for Bella Vista.
All right. All right. You wanna-
That may or may not wear number 21.
Ah, okay.
I can't be totally certain, but don't recognize her out of uniform, but it would not surprise me.
Yeah.
She's after the freshman game during the warm-ups and stuff like that go on during like halftime and whatever. She's there. She's shooting.
wow.
After
She's
the
shooting.
varsity game, she's there
She's
shooting.
there. Okay, so she's
Yeah.
committed.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for her to get to varsity. I'm hoping it'll be next year, but there's some talent on
Oh,
the
yes.
JV squad
Absolutely. there
for
is.
the for Bella Vista as well. So it may just be that it might just be a numbers game.
Yeah.
But you know what? Coach Kerry Masters has a good future. Is really building something.
Yes. Yeah.
We will have the regular season finale for the Bella Vista girls next Thursday night. Let's check in with Carson.
Hello, George.
Hello.
So I actually do know the person who was shooting from all three of the points at the three-point arc. That
Okay.
is, when I was a freshman, the senior point guard, her name is Ashley R. I can't remember her last name, but she was the senior who shot and is actually now the freshman girls basketball head coach.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
BV.
All right. Okay.
But she played all through BV from freshman to senior year, and she was also a college player for 2 or 3 years before she came back to her home high school to come coach for the Lady Broncos.
That is really
Good
cool.
to know. Good to
That
know.
is really cool to see players come back to their
Yeah.
alma mater.
Yeah, I
to
agree.
coach.
Absolutely.
And that's it. Well, and as I said, Coach Carey's got something special developing. They're having a rough year this year, but it's the start of something. She's got really something special going. We mentioned the talented players on the JV squad.
Right.
The talented freshman in Annalisa Detner.
Uh-huh.
That's number 21.
Yep.
And she hit a game-winning shot a couple of weeks ago. And if anyone has the video, I will give that shot the same treatment that we gave Iwamasa's shot. By the way, somebody wants to
Oh, wow. Yeah.
get in touch with me and send me the video of Detner's game-winning shot a couple of weeks ago. We'll do it
All
some
right.
justice.
Let's see how the Broncos come out here in second half.
All right. Well, that was a very action-packed first half. And you know that Christian Brothers, after winning the earlier matchup by 18 points, they might be a little stunned right now.
They might be, but they're a good team. They're well coached. You know they're going to come out and
Yes.
really try to, change the tempo, change the narrative of this game. It's been all Bella Vista other than rebounds. So they're definitely going to change that around.
And Coach Brown was saying before the game that he was expecting Bella Vista to play them tough tonight and, essentially take good shots and do their thing. There's the jumper that comes up and off, no good. Rebound tapped over to Cale Bird.
Good way to start.
Iwamasa hippity hops the dribble. Inside, there's Cale Bird with the turnaround. Omar Johnson the rebound. Lucero Mattis on Mitchell Emery. Nice little underhand pass. They swing it around to the baseline. There's Najee Banks, finds an opening on the baseline. That's his first 2 points of the game. Christian Brothers drawing first blood here in the third quarter. Spin move by Emery. One-handed runner does not go. Johnson the rebound. Broncos 2 possessions that didn't result in points. Haggerty gets over there to deflect that one out of bounds.
Smart move.
Well, didn't let Christian Brothers keep the possession going
Yeah.
there. They'll have to inbound the ball. Cero Mattis, he finds Najee Banks. Banks on Haggerty and on Wooden. Omar Johnson thought about the 3, and then he flies in.
Travel.
But he's called for the travel. He's a little perplexed.
I would be too.
He thought he made a good move.
Yeah.
There's Bird. Bird over the big guy. DeJesus Eves. Shot does not go.
0 for 3 in field goal so far here to start the third quarter. But
Mitchell
it's
Emery
the
with
defense.
the steal.
There
Here's
he is.
Haggerty. Haggerty
1 on
on
2.
Lucero. Mattis
Got
lets him drive by, and he puts it in.
He didn't want to get called for the foul.
Back the other way is DeJesus Eves with the jam. He's up to 9.
I get the feeling he's wanted to do that all night.
I get the feeling that that's not the first time he's done that. Mitchell Emery with another one there. He's at 16. Timeout called. What a night for Mitchell Emery.
Yeah. What is he, 16 points now?
16 points. Timeout called by Bella Vista. And so just the 4 points there. Actually, for each team, it's an even 4-4 to get things started here in the first 2 minutes and 2 seconds of the third quarter. Back to a 14-point lead for Bella Vista. Wouldn't that be something special if the Broncos could actually make the playoffs?
That'd be awesome.
It's been a while since they have.
Do we get to host the playoff games?
It would depend on the seeding.
Okay.
And as we mentioned, if we are hosting a playoff game that week of President's Day, BV Live Sports will produce the broadcast. It will be on NFHS, so you'll need to have the NFHS subscription, but everything is going to look just like you see it here.
Yeah.
Except we won't on the scroll. We won't have the YouTube URL.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
As far as our graphics are concerned,
and our score is 38 to 24.
You speak it and it happens. 3-point shot on the way from Henley. He had a very quiet first half, just 2 points, and he's averaging 13 points per game. There's a steal by Christian Brothers. Lucero Mattis. He may have gone up and down there, but no call. Omar Johnson with the rebound and the putback.
So a quick 5 points off the board already. And another steal.
This is where Bella Vista gets itself in trouble.
Yeah.
And they had just called the timeout. Lucero Mattis. Inside it goes to Omar Johnson. That's a quick 7 points.
7-0 run.
Johnson is now at 11. Emery will push this one forward. Now the Broncos can set the offense, but Emery finds the opening down the alley. The runner does not go. Bird controls the rebound, brings it back out. Here's Iwamasa. Fresh 35 on the shot clock for the Broncos. The 14-point lead is 7. And over and back. The Rowdy Rooter saying it was deflected. The officials are going to talk. They're gonna give that over to Christian Brothers.
Wow.
Well, the Bella Vista crowd not happy about that call.
No, I think what they assumed happened was correct, but the referees didn't see it that way.
There's Johnson in the corner. Johnson collision with Jonah Wooden, and the offensive foul is called on Johnson. That's a break for the Broncos there. as they get the possession. Bird will push this one across. There's another collision, loose ball on the ground. And I think Omar Johnson's going to get another one here. If so, that's his third.
Yeah, and he's saying he doesn't want to come out. He's arguing with
That's
coach.
That's a coach's decision.
Yeah, he's like, no, I don't want to go out, but
Miles Archie will come back in to replace him.
he's a strong player for the Falcons, and I think Coach Brown's going to want to keep him.
And we're going to get a tie-up here. The possession arrow will favor Bella Vista. Broncos desperately need points here.
Yeah.
Christian Brothers is on a very quick 7-0 run.
And they are being extremely physical.
Got some moisture on the floor. Coach Kussler coming out to do the
Honorary work.
duties here. Stuart Kussler in his second year as the head coach at Bella Vista.
What a year he's had. He's
Yes.
done a really good job.
Well, speaking of building the program, here's Iwamasa. Can't get the shot to fall to Jesus Eves with the rebound. Christian Brothers on a 7-0 run, looking to cut the lead further. Bella Vista had a 14-point lead.
They had some good defensive stops there in the beginning.
Lucero Mattis in the corner. And that's a huge shot for Lucero Mattis. And then he does it on the defensive side as the Broncos are able to get the ball across midcourt. Wooden comes up with it. Wooden back to Bird. Bird back over to Wooden. He's open. Three-pointer online. Halfway down comes out. Bird tries to tip the rebound. Lucero Mattis on the way in. Bird the rebound. Action continuing.
Yeah.
The lead is 4. Moffitt gets a couple of screens. Here's Rucker. Bird thought about it. Closed off. Rucker, he'll take the long three.
Got it.
Got it!
That was needed. If you're a Broncos fan, I mean, that was absolutely needed.
Cade Rucker comes through in the clutch. Foul on the far side. Emery called for that one. Substitutions. DeJesus Eves coming out. That's the first team foul on the Broncos here in the third quarter.
Okay, so what you're looking at right now, Falcons, a smaller lineup than what they had before. So now, if you're Bella Vista, you have to take advantage of that.
Henley, high post. Henley on Rucker, spin move. Rucker gets called for the foul. I've got Rucker for 3. All right, Carson, you're going to have to tell me what they're chanting.
Instead of Christian Brothers, they're chanting Christian Sisters.
Oh, boy.
No, leave that one alone.
I will, too. Couple of free throws there for Henley. Well, you know they could hear it.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Here's Wooden. The lead is 5. Rucker. Here's Bird. Bird closed off, double team. Powers to the basket.
Wow.
Whirls around.
Wow,
and
did it
one.
all on his own. What a tough shot. 3 guys on him.
It teased him a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Lead back to 7 as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third. Anybody's ball game on a Friday night here in Fair Oaks, California. Don't go anywhere. Banks the rebound. Here's Lucero Mattis. Henley's open for three. You can't leave him open like that. That's the second three-pointer
wide
of this
open.
quarter. The lead is 4. Back the other way. Emery got free, got by everybody. Gets another 2. Emery's up to 18. Lucero Mattis collision with Iwamasa before the shot.
Oh, I can't. The fourth quarter is going to be intense. Did they give him the basket?
I guess they did. So
looks like they gave it to him.
they sure did.
Wow. Okay.
I thought I saw an official indicate that it was the foul was on the floor.
Yeah, I thought that's what I read.
But then they counted the basket, sent him to the line for 1. Banks with the steal. Wooden's right there. Wooden steals it back. Here's Bird. Bird driving in, drives around Archie, puts it in. Cale Bird with 10. Lucero Mattis back the other way. End-to-end action here. Lucero Mattis, by the way, he's up to 12. 3-point Bronco lead, a minute to go in the third. Here's Emery, fade away, offensive foul. They're getting away with that in the first half.
Yeah.
Both teams were.
Yeah, now they're calling it. That's okay, something to be aware of. Bella Vista's going to have to dig deep here in this final minute. If you're at home, hang on to your seats.
Here's Archie, has his pocket picked by Mitchell Emery. Emery on the dribble drive, on Henley. Henley blocks the shot. Rucker comes up with the rebound. Haggerty for 3, got it! Oh, mercy!
Oh, goodness
And
gracious.
Lucero Mattis back the other way, tries to get things done. Loose ball controlled by Haggerty.
Haggerty was really hoping somebody was out wide open.
Bird on Banks, closed off, looking for help. Here's Emery.
Yep, relax, there you go. Take
Now
the last shot.
Can reset the offense, 10 seconds to go.
Kessler calls a timeout.
Timeout called. Broncos will have 2 left going into the fourth quarter. 8.6 seconds to go. 6-point lead. And I tell you what, I think Coach Kessler realizes how important this single possession is.
Yeah, you can't turn it over. You try to walk away with, a 3 or a 2, walk away with something, or maybe even get a foul. You cannot turn it over and get an easy bucket going the other way.
Well, you can hear the cheerleaders are responding to your call for a stampede here.
Yeah.
All right. Here's Wooden to the outside at midcourt. Wooden at the buzzer from the free throw line. Off, tap, no. And there's the end of the quarter.
Well, I mean, that's better than turning it over and getting other points on the other side. I like the shot that Wooden took. He was able to get shake the defender off, create some space, just a little bit short.
Christian Brothers wins that quarter 24-16 as they've gotten themselves back within single digits. It was 14 at halftime and early in that third quarter, but some key turnovers by Bella Vista, a 9-0 run or a 10-0 run by Christian Brothers.
Yeah.
And they all of a sudden, they've got it as close as 3 at one point.
Yes.
So this could be anybody's quarter.
Well, you see how fast they erased 14 points down all the way down to 11, 11 points. They took off real quick. But Bella Vista able to, like we said, they dug deep. They found a 3. Braden Haggerty knocks down that shot. exciting to see. Yeah, this fourth quarter is going to be great.
4 Broncos in double figures tonight, led by Mitchell Emery and 18 points, 12 for Braden Haggerty, 10 each for Cade Rucker and for Cale Bird. And then Austin Hoey has 2 points. That rounds out all the scoring there for the Broncos as they take 50 as we head into that final quarter of play. They've got the 6-point lead after the jump ball that happened in the third quarter. The possession arrow moves over to Christian Brothers, so they will begin play here in the fourth quarter. They're led by the 12 points of Joaquin Lucero Mattis, 11 for Omar Johnson, 10 for Braden Henley, 9 for Jaden DeJesus Eves, and then 2 points for Najee Banks. There's your scoring for Christian Brothers. Bella Vista crowd getting into it.
This is it. Here we go. Fourth
quarter. Fourth quarter is underway.
8 minutes to go. Let's see another Broncos victory.
8 minutes at least. Johnson underneath.
Got the foul already. Cade
Rucker.
Yeah.
That's going to be his 4th.
They're going to need him down the stretch too.
Yeah, you got him. Aaron confirms it's 4. Looks like he stays in there. Inside it goes, and another jam for DeJesus Eves. And he hits double figures now. He's got 11. Lead is 4. Broncos need to answer. Wooden to the outside. Wooden off the screen. Now here's Rucker. Rucker. Emery through the double team. Emery leans in for the runner. Does not go. Bird the rebound. Bird step around with the one-hander. Does not go. DeJesus Eves with the rebound. Lucero Mattis on the left side. Driving in, double team, closed off. Underhands it into the corner. Banks drives the baseline, kicks it back out. Johnson passes up the 3, but Henley takes it and drills it.
That's his third one of the night, within 1.
That's the third 3 that he's hit in the second half after a very quiet first half. All the way in! Braden Haggerty, who's having a great night tonight. He's at 14 points for Bella Vista. Lead back to 3. Here's Henley. Johnson.
Good close-off defense.
Henley tries to get it inside to DeJesus Eves. Going to get a foul called underneath. I think Cale Bird's going to get this one. Lots of energy here. Cade Rucker will now come out. Trevor Iwamasa is in for the Broncos. DeJesus Eves to inbound. Here's Henley. Now Najee Banks on Iwamasa. Lucero Mattis has had a terrific second half. Henley with the runner gets the deuce. Henley's now at 15 points. So just 2 points in that first quarter, and now he's exceeded his per game average.
Yeah, he's
the lead is 1. Iwamasa closed off. Iwamasa the fadeaway. He's been known to hit those.
Yeah, just a little bit short.
Lucero Mattis collision with Bird. Bird winds up on the ground. Lucero Mattis will get 2 free throws.
They called Bird. Bird wasn't quite set on that. Hips were a little bit open. That's why he got called for the foul.
4 on Bird. Oh, that's 4 on Cale Bird now. So the 2 big guys for Bella Vista are in serious foul trouble. I believe this is our first tie of the game.
It is, yeah.
The Christian Brothers has not had a lead. Broncos need to see if they can put a run together. Here's Wooden. Haggerty, he's outside for a long 3-point shot, does not go.
Henley controls the rebound.
All right, Falcons here looking for an opportunity to take the lead.
Banks on Emery. Ball goes out of bounds. Stays with Christian Brothers. Timeout called. Coach Jermaine Brown up off the bench wants a full timeout. 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter of play. 52-52 is our score. Do not go anywhere. This one promises to be just a terrific finish.
Wow, just action-packed all over the place.
And this is one of those games for Bella Vista. They've only had 5 players score, but 4 of them are in double figures.
Yeah.
And they haven't, not everybody's gotten in either. I mean, we've had the starting 5. Cade Rucker has played, and Austin Hoey has played coming off the bench, and that's really been it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Coach Cussler calls on, some of his other big guys like Nate DeLucchi, maybe Kyle Madsen coming in just to save, Rucker and Bird for the last couple minutes, because it looks like they're going to need it.
Emory 4 steals. Haggerty has 5 assists to go with their point totals tonight. Christian Brothers to inbound the ball. Christian Brothers looking for their first lead of the night. Rowdy Rooters chanting defense. Here's Johnson.
Had it poked away by Wooden.
Johnson looks like he traveled. Are they calling a foul? Yeah, they are.
It's going to be on
Wooden. How many? 3 on Wooden. Here's Henley. Henley and Christian Brothers takes their first lead of the game. Henley with 17. Here's Emery. Emery's had a terrific night. Rejected!
Wow. Well, that's...
De Jesus Eves.
Yeah, that's what you can do.
And now Cade Rucker with 4 fouls coming back into the game. Broncos taking a gamble here with both Bird and Rucker at 4 fouls. 4:51 to go. Here's Bird. Iwamasa. Now Cade Rucker and Iwamasa from the outside. Emery comes to help out, sets the screen. Johnson on the switch. Going to get called for a foul. I've got Omar Johnson for 4. And I think that's what they're signaling to the Christian Brothers bench. Iwamasa. Here's Bird. And Rucker from the outside. Rucker for 3. Answers off. De Jesus Eves with the rebound. Here's Lucero Mattis. Christian Brothers looking to take control here. They've withstood a 14-point deficit and have come back to take a 2-point lead as we approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Mitchell Emery nearly comes up with the steal. Najee Banks into Omar Johnson, who finishes. 13 points on the night for Omar Johnson. Rucker back the other way. Broncos can't panic here. Pass deflected away. And here's De Jesus Eves driving in. Emery pokes that one away, but he can't control it on the baseline. Bird nearly got that one.
Yeah, Bird had that in his in his hands. It just slipped away. It looks like Brown's going to take a timeout.
Another timeout. Let's check in with Carson downstairs. He's not far from the Rowdy Rooters, who are making a lot of noise tonight, but just a lot of energy with this one, Carson.
There is indeed a lot of energy out in this crowd here. Honestly, it's been a close game since the beginning, with everybody just going at it, whether that be going in for defensive or offensive rebounds or going in for slam dunks, which are now, he has 2, number 11 for Christian Brothers. Our key takeaways that we need to go to possibly close out this game is to not force turnovers, be careful on our defensive side when it comes to blocking, and also to not force turnovers. That is the big key thing, is to not force turnovers.
I agree. Yeah.
Bella Vista, 1 of 7 field goals here in the fourth quarter. Christian Brothers 5 for 5. There's your difference right there.
Yep.
Broncos entered the fourth quarter with a 6-point lead. They've only scored 2 points.
They got
Part of their problems in the past when games have slipped away is they have that one bad quarter. You can't afford to have it happen in the fourth.
Yeah, exactly. They need a spark big time.
Here's Henley to the outside. Johnson on Wooden. Wooden falls down. Johnson steps around. Air ball. Iwamasa the rebound. Here comes Emery. Emery looking to drive on Banks. Emery will lean in for the runner. It's good.
Yeah, good. You start right there. Good defensive stop. Get the basket. Let's do it again. Rinse and repeat.
Mitchell Emery at 20. Here's Henley. Henley, he'll put that one back up and in.
But he has been their go-to guy all night.
He's at 19. Here's Bird back the other way. Bird finds Iwamasa. He'll launch the three. Gonna wave it off and call it travel. Iwamasa pleading his case that maybe the ball was deflected. Referee not having any of it.
Yep, not having any.
Haggerty coming in. Rucker's going to come out. Obviously, they don't want to risk his fifth foul, and they're going to want to have him down the stretch. And Haggerty's had a terrific game tonight, 14 points.
14 points, 5 assists. He's helped in a few turnovers.
Broncos need a stop. Najee Banks all the way in. What a move by Najee Banks. He's got 4 tonight.
Slicing and dicing through the defense.
Exactly it. 2 3/4 left. There's Emery. Emery on Banks. Emery with a spin move. He'll take it down, draws the foul, and we'll get a couple of free throws out of this. Banks coming over to talk with the coaches. His 4 teammates are on the free throw lane. Mitchell Emery at the line. Emery, 61% free throw shooter. Nearly came up with the steal on the rebound.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
2.5 to go. Lucero Mattis and Henley on the outside. Christian Brothers can take their time, but it is only a 6-point lead. Broncos just need to get a run going. Wooden deflects that one out of bounds. 19 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Henley has been just clutch.
He is.
All night.
21 points for Braden Henley. And the lead now is 8. This one's starting to feel like it's slipping away for Bella Vista.
Yeah. Well, Henley, he was shooting outside earlier in the game. I think in the second quarter he had a couple threes. Everything else has been inside.
Here's Haggerty. Bird flying in. Huge collision. Bird's on the ground. Johnson's on the ground. Bird back up. Ball goes to Christian Brothers. Minute 43 to go. There's the alley-oop. That one doesn't go either. Iwamasa back the other way. Iwamasa will bring it back out. Bird finds the opening through the double team. That one, no deflection there. That's out of bounds off Bird.
Yeah, that just slipped out of his hand there.
by Wooden. Wooden through the double team. The ball poked away. Christian Brothers comes up with it. Boy, they are quick.
Yeah.
And they are always around the ball.
They're going to try to hold on to that as long as possible. They're going to call a
Timeout
timeout.
called by Christian Brothers with 1:04 to go. And it is an 8-point Christian Brothers lead. The Broncos had this one, but things kind of just went south for them in the second half. They were outscored 24-16 in the third quarter,
Yep.
and have scored only 4 points here in the second quarter.
Yeah, like you said before, they've gotten in the habit of having that bad quarter, and like you said, fourth quarter is not the one you want to have that bad quarter in.
Free throws, Bella Vista, 1 of 3 in the quarter, 10 of 15 for Christian Brothers, and Christian Brothers 18-4 in this third quarter. That's kind of the story right there.
Yeah.
And now here's Johnson. He tries to drive in, a collision with Bird, and that's going to be it for Bird.
Yeah. Yep, Cade Rucker's going to come in now.
So Cale Bird will finish with 10 points. And his numerical counterpart, Omar Johnson, with the free throw there. 65% free throw shooter on the year. And he gets 2 of them. Here's Wood. Haggerty, he'll launch a 3. Got it! Big time 3 there for Haggerty. 17 points on the night, cuts the lead to 7. For the Broncos,
Well, that definitely helped.
they're going to need more of those, and
Yeah.
they're just going to have to get steals and shots.
Yeah.
Really, nothing else that they could do at this point, but there's still time for that to happen.
There is.
It just has to happen.
Exactly.
And if they don't get the foul, then they're going to have to, or if they don't get the turnover, they're going to have to get the foul.
Right.
So Christian Brothers, fourth quarter is a 26-7 run.
Wow.
So
Yeah, they have been dominant over. I think that's 50. I think that's
check that, it's a 20 to
8 of 10 from
8
the
of
floor.
10 field goals.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, this Broncos just couldn't get any shots to fall.
No, they went ice cold in the really in the third and fourth quarter.
That 10-0 run in the fourth quarter, or the third quarter, really propelled Christian Brothers.
Yeah. Bella Vista wasn't able to match that at all.
Broncos putting up the full court press, and Haggerty gets in there to commit the foul. It is over the limit for Bella Vista. So 2 free throws coming up for Christian Brothers.
Yeah, and that makes it hard, because now you got to be careful with who you foul. Johnson he's a guy that can make his free throws. So
Yes, 65% shooter on the year. But if the Broncos are going to pull this one out, it's going to have to be. They're going to have to get help.
Yeah,
Some missed free throws.
missed free throws followed by some rebounds.
Rebounds, 3-point shots, steals.
Everything.
And Omar Johnson says, I'm not having any of that.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got 16 tonight. I tell you what, this Christian Brothers team, should they win, they'll go to 15-12. They're going to be a force in the Division III playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Emery. And he has his pocket picked by Lucero Mattis, who will lay it in and
With
draw
the foul. Wow. All right. And that's all but going to put a bow on that.
Well, a valiant effort by the Bella Vista Broncos. They
I agree.
jumped out to the 14-point lead in the first quarter. Unfortunately, things took a turn in the third. Lucero Mattis with the free throw. And he is up to 16 as well. And he comes up with another steal. That could have been a travel.
Defensively, just incredible.
Here's Johnson in the corner. Bring it back out to Banks. 24 seconds to go. The Broncos do not look like they're going to foul. Shot clock is off. So the Broncos are going to retreat. Najee Banks is just going to hold on the ball, put it to the floor, let the final seconds tick off, and Christian Brothers overcomes the 14-point halftime deficit, and they come away with a 69-57 12-point win here tonight at Bella Vista.
Yeah. Good.
They outscore the Broncos 25-7 in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Broncos had the lead going into the fourth. It was only 6, but then they get outscored by 18 points, and they lose this one by 12. So, quite a game for the Broncos. This was one that they could have had.
Yeah.
And if they don't make the playoffs, this is one that they can certainly look at and as one of the reasons why.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn from this game. You know, you had a great first half. You weren't really able to do that in the second half. But you know, like you said, they're going to look at this and say, "All right, well, was this the one game that got away from us?" And I think it's possible that this one did. They you know, like you said, they had a 10-0 run. The Falcons did, and that's really what kind of put the Broncos on ice.
Carson, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts after this game were it was close from the beginning, but it was always going to be, at some point, somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. It just happened to be that Christian Brothers had our number for tonight, although we did play 4 amazing quarters. Our fourth quarter would probably be the only one that I would say we needed a little bit of improvement on, just in the matter of turnovers to points ratio, because with about 2-3 minutes left in the fourth, we had 3 very quick turnovers that turned into points, and it cut that 8-point lead to 2 points very quickly. So it's just good, consistent ball handling, and to just take care of the ball.
Yeah.
Looking at some of the final numbers, Braden Henley, after just 2 points in the first half, he's the game's high scorer tonight. 21 points to lead the way for Christian Brothers. Omar Johnson with 17, Joaquin Lucero Mattis with 16, Jaden DeJesus Eves with 11, and then 4 points for Najee Banks. There's your scoring for Christian Brothers, and this team is going to be a force to be reckoned with over the next few years. They get 3 more years of Jaden DeJesus Eves, 1 more year for Joaquin Lucero Mattis, Omar Johnson, 2 more years for him. He's a sophomore. Braden Henley's a junior, so he'll be back next year. He's the leading scorer for the team. Miles Archie, who didn't score tonight but saw a lot of playing time, he'll be back as a senior next year as well. So,
and I want to point out, you know, there's a Najee Banks. You know, he only had 4 points, or right? Yeah, he only had 4 points, but I can't tell you how many pockets he picked tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah, lots of steals, and again, just one of those role players that coaches just love.
Yeah,
it may not necessarily show up in the scorebook, but you
does it everywhere
certainly affect the game. Mitchell Emery with 20 points to lead the way for the Broncos. Braden Haggerty with 17. Cale Bird and Cade Rucker each with 10, and then 2 for Austin Hoey. So only 5 Broncos score, and both Bird and Rucker
were held scoreless in that fourth quarter. Braden Haggerty had himself just another terrific game.
Yeah.
And Haggerty, 17 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, 70% from the floor tonight.
Yeah.
So what a game for Haggerty. So wow, just is this the final rebounds? So 34 rebounds for Christian Brothers, 21 for Bella Vista. The turnovers, Christian Brothers actually out-turnovered Bella Vista with 20-14. And Broncos only 1 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah,
They
didn't get to the line.
They've been doing better about that lately, taking the ball to the basket, but they did not get to the line a lot. And then Christian Brothers 15 of 20. And that's also another story. And we talked about at the beginning of the game, they were really letting them play.
Yes.
But yeah, the Broncos were not really attacking the basket as maybe, and maybe because of the height disadvantage, they kind of look for other ways around that. But you don't really get too many trips to the free throw line when you don't attack.
6'8" will do that to you.
Yes. 6'8", one day might be 7 foot.
Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
We'll see
You never know
how much growing he's got left to go as a freshman. I'm really impressed with that Christian Brothers team.
Yeah, Johnson was outstanding. Najee Banks was, great. Yeah, they have a nice team.
Well, we'll kind of hold on to it for just a little bit before we close out the broadcast. We want to again remind you of our plans for next week. The senior nights for both the boys and the girls. The boys will be on Wednesday, February 11th. And they'll be taking on the Timberwolves of Wood Creek. That is the second to last game of the regular season for Bella Vista. They will close out the season against Vista Del Lago on Friday. And their best chance at making the playoffs is to win both of those games next week. But Wood Creek is certainly no slouch. They are a very, very good team. And so the Broncos will need a first half like they had tonight, and they will need a second half like the first half they had tonight.
They're going to need to put together a complete game.
It will be a complete game, and that's really the big thing tonight, as that one kind of got away from them.
Yes.
In the second half. So feel for them. And then the girls on Thursday, February 12th, they will be taking on Vista Del Lago to close out the regular season and to close out the home schedule. That will also be senior night for the girls, Vista Del Lago and Bella Vista. That will be on Thursday night. So we'll have both of those for you here on BV Live Sports. And then unless the Broncos have a playoff game that we stream that week of President's Day, we'll be off for a week, and then the following week the lacrosse season starts.
Yes.
In fact, there it is. There's the season opener. The boys will be taking on Del Oro. That's always a good lacrosse matchup.
Oh, yeah.
On February 24th, we'll get it underway at 7:05 p.m. And then on Friday, the girls will have their home opener. It's not their season opener. They're actually going to be starting the season. I think they're at Davis to start the season.
Okay.
But the home opener against the Folsom Bulldogs on that Friday night, February 27th. So as basketball winds down,
lacrosse
picks up.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, we'll be back to football season, and
it's right around the corner.
Another year.
Yeah.
So, but we will watch next week as Mitchell Emery, Cale Bird, Nate DeLucchi, Jonah Wooden, and Cade Rucker will be honored on senior night next week for the Broncos, and then 5 of the girls as well will be honored the following night on Thursday. So we'll go ahead and wrap things up for tonight. We want to say thank you very much to our entire crew tonight. We have JT Stewart on the producing side of things, and James Gilbreth on the camera. Our newest member of the BV Live Sports team, Carolyn Hurd, was with us tonight, and Carson Allen on the floor for Quincy Douglas. I'm George Thorolson. Have a great night, everyone, and we will talk to you next week.
See you next week.